Okay, we now move on. To a game called News Report. Greg is going to play the anchorman of a news programme, interviewing Tony, who'll be the expert in the studio, and the other two. Chip will be a reporter out in the field, if you'd like to go to the other side of the studio, and anyone he happens to interview will be played by Ryan. Okay, so it's just a regular news report programme, except we'd like it to be about Noah, the famous biblical character, Noah. And let's set it in a country, just to make it a bit more exciting. Any favourite countries you'd like to be set? I think Australia would be quite good fun. We're always desperate to sell the programme to Australia. So away. At least you can do it in English. So away you go, Greg. When the music starts, News Report Noah in Australia.
Good evening. I'm curved slightly. And welcome to Stuff That's Going On Now. Noah, the Ark. There's a flood impending, and it's in Australia. We have a doctor with us from down under. Dr. Hank Kalang-a-lang-a-lang-a-lang. Doctor.
Good day. You know, the most interesting thing about Noah is that a lot of people think his wife was Ruth, but she wasn't. She was Patricia.
Patricia, that's interesting to know. Oh, I have something in my ear. It's Snack Wankley. He's out in the field. Snack.
Well, Kurt just thinks he's so great because he sits in the studio. I'm here right now with somebody who I think is very important today. It's Noah himself. Noah, you've got a plan. Tell us about it.
Good day. Oh, I'm going to collect 2 of everything. 2 kangaroos, 2 elephants, 2 Fosters, and 2 shrimp on the barbie.
All right. It's starting to rain. Back to you.
Thank you, Snack. Now, isn't it going to be a problem collecting 2 of everything on a continent where there's only marsupials?
That's true. And you know, a lot of people say that Noah being Australian, like all Australians, is vulgar. That's not so.
Thank you, Doctor. Someone's in my ear. It's Snack. He's got another guest out in the field as it happens. Chucking it over to you, Snack.
That's right, Curved. We're here with our favorite weatherman. Swing nicely. Go ahead. What's going to happen today?
Well, we've got 40 days of rain. Oh, 40 days of rain. We've got a high-pressure zone heading in over the New Zealand coast. And as a matter of fact, straight over my ex-wife's house, so the bitch should be getting pretty wet this weekend.
He's not vindictive at all. Back to you, Swing.
Thank you, Snack. Any final words, Doctor, on the impending flood in Australia?
Well, with all those animals, there's only one thing to do with all the excrement. That's make a soap out of it called Home and Away.
You're absolutely right. Tune in next time on Stuff That's Happening Now when we look at the story of David and Goliath. Should Jewish men date taller Philistines? Good night.
Okay. All right. While I work out the points of that last game, we'll take a break. See you after that. Bye. Okay, right. Well, it's taken me quite a while to work out, but in fact there are no points to that last game. As we move on to a game called Film Dub, but this is for Greg, Ryan and Tony. If you'd like to get into position to see the monitor, they have to add a new soundtrack to a piece of film from which the original soundtrack has been removed. And the plot of this one I'd like to do, Greg and Tony, you're on a date, if you pick up the appropriate people to play there. And Ryan is a father coming home early or surprising them. One of them's father. Okay, and away you go when the film starts, which is about now.
You know, darling, I thought there was a candle sticking out of my crutch. It's my tie.
You don't mind if I put a record on, do you?
Not at all. Just do something about your appalling hair.
All right, I will. My breasts are made of wood. Is that going to be a problem?
Let's dance. Hey,
someone's jiggling my strings.
You move really well. Where did you learn?
I'm having a fit.
Hey, what's going on here? What the hell is going on here?
Dad, your eyebrows, they've grown.
Look, we're just having a bit of...
I hope you two don't think you're just going to be taking off and getting married just like...
Oh, don't look at me like that. Someone punched me.
Hey, he's not a bad-looking man.
You're not so bad yourself, sir.
Well, have I told you I'm on fire? Yes, I'm on fire. Oh, apparently I'm not. I don't believe you've met Uncle Phil. Hello.
Well done. All right. Okay. Very, very funny. Very funny. Another 1,000,000 points each there, only beaten into second place by the original soundtrack. As we go to a game called Party Quirks, This features all 4 contestants, but it mainly features Tony Slattery as the host of the party. All the others are guests of the party in front of each guest. There's an envelope inside the guest as a suggestion for a way of behaving to be made by the studio audience, a strange quirk, and Tony has to guess what the others are being given. If he does, then he'll win a lot of points. If he doesn't, it'll be like most weeks. So if you'd like to come in, ready to come in on Greg, Chip and Ryan. You know I'm only speaking the truth, Tony. So is the party ready? I'll bring them in with a doorbell noise.
You're going to get such a smack. Oh, anyway, party's here, Mr. Grumpy Sod. Come on in.
Davidson doorbells. They ring better, they ring louder.
Thank you for coming. You're very boring, whoever you are. But come on, have some sweets.
Sweets! They're good to eat, and they taste great, too.
Oh, you think you're in an advert, don't you?
Well, let's see, that's right,
Come on in.
Do you mind moving that table?
No, not at all.
Hey, your coat's got a little bit of lint on it. Let me use one of my special attachments.
Oh, yes. They'll all want to see you, Mr. Vacuum Man.
Where's the women? Where's the women? There's no women here. Look, if you see about 40,000 guys who look like me, I'm not here. Where's the women? Where's the women?
Are you Janet Street Porter?
Close.
Oh, well, anyway, make yourself at home. I'll put on some music. Let's dance.
A towel. Where's the women? Where's the women?
Come on, Tony, come along.
Oh, yes, away, microscope. Oh, you're a bacteria man. Oh, I don't know!
Well, it's obviously the sperm. So, good luck, Tony. Very close. Well done. Get in there. All right. And the points are just adding up here on this piece of paper as we come